Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. It's a Living World of Darkness scene for Changeling and Werewolf. It's open, people might come in. The scene is taking place at a pub, bar, more low-key place. We'll go with it being called O'Henry's. Um, and there is a bunny man sitting at the bar, basically drinking a beer, actually, just a plain normal on tap, like Sam Adams or something. Um, where he normally looks very upbeat and kind of with a childlike, not childlike, but very almost kind of wonder in his eyes. Though tonight he distinctively does not look okay. And he's basically just kind of sitting at the bar looking at it and like kind of touching his glass. And he's by himself. So up to uh up to you guys who comes in and what.
Julian walks in, very ponderous about his earlier meeting with the regent. A lot of facts got brought up to him slash her that they need to handle very, very soon. So they're walking in, kind of just lost in thought till they see Bentley. Then they kind of stop, perk up a bit. They don't look as distracted anymore, and they walk up to him. Astrea puts a very gentle hand on his left shoulder and just says, "Hey."
He'll kind of look over at him, and you can give me, I think it's a perception kenning roll.
"Oh, buddy.
It might be
Well,
Greymare. I can't remember.
well,
I think it's kenning.
wait. Is it to detect, or is it
Yeah,
to figure out?
it's to detect.
Yeah, then she failed that.
Just something is really off about him. And he'll kind of look over and he'll say, he'll kind of give him kind of a quizzical look, and he'll say, have we met, sir?
She just looks up, her eyebrows shoot up, and then she's like, "Okay, that's what's happening." Um, hey, bud. Sorry, you may not recognize me. I think we worked together on a show a while back. Um, Name's Julian. Holds out his hand.
He'll kind of look at it, not suspiciously, but just kind of curiously, and he'll take it and
Pops
shake
a
it.
point of glamour into it.
Oh my god! That's it! Yes! Oh god! I'm sure it'll take a minute for it to start sinking in and seeping and getting him back, but he'll kind of his brows will kind of furrow a little bit. Oh, that was my rabbit. I thought that was gunshot. And don't ask. Um, he'll he'll kind of tilt his head and he'll say, "The Waiting for Godot show?"
Yeah, yeah. I was one of the costume crew.
Oh yeah, yeah. I think I remember. Yeah. I'm gonna use it actually. I'm gonna use that point of glamour to burn one of his banality, if you're okay with that.
Yeah, go for it.
So yeah, I mean, because he's sitting on 7 right now, so he's still looking pretty mortal. But yeah, he'll say, yeah, I've heard. He'll kind of think, and he'll say, Julian, Julian. And the thing is that it's no, you didn't work on the Waiting for Godot show together, but things are kind of starting to fall a little bit back into place. And this is fucking Astria, somebody very important to him. And he'll say, Julian Shepard, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, I remember you. Hey, pull up a stool. Pull up our stool. Let me
sweet.
buy you a beer. Here. Get some. What do you want?
Okay.
He seems so much more serious when he's like this. Like it's almost disconcerting how quiet and serious he is. So what are you up to now? Are you working on another show?
Not right now. Just kind of focusing on other things, opens up the beer,
Yeah.
pops a point of glamour into the cap of the beer bottle, and just says, "Hey, catch."
He'll kind of catch it. Print off another point of banality. Okay. Um. And he'll kind of shake his head and think a little bit. Um. He'll kind of like look at him. I'm working on I'm working at the Gershwin now. I'm doing the Gershwin Theater.
Sweet, sweet, okay.
Now you're dating that girl, oh, what's her name? Miriam, right?
Yeah, yeah. As the side that's not facing Bentley pops two temporary draws.
By the
Stuffs.
way, everybody else can come in whenever you want. This process is going to take a while.
Oh yeah.
This is a lot of points.
Alright, so Olaf comes into the bar, though this time he's leaving the door open for a fairly diminutive young lady. And instead of going straight up to the bar, they head towards the back, towards that inevitable hallway that will, of course, lead to bathrooms, but the bathrooms aren't important in this situation. Instead, he goes all the way to the exit, examines for a moment, turns back to his partner in crime at the moment, and says, "Never walk into a building you can't walk out of." And then goes all the way back out, gets his Diet Coke, and sits at one of the nearby booths.
I know that man. What kind of point at him? Not like, hey, no, like a subtle kind of point, I know that man. Why do I know him?
Oh, hey, I think you've got some stuff on your lip. Maybe just be some of the alcohol. Here, take a napkin. Pops a point of glamour into the napkin, hands it to him.
So we're down to 4 banality, gotcha.
Natalia's just gonna take a normal Coke herself, while she's eyeing the one that Olaf is drinking inside.
Now, one of the things you gotta remember, he's speaking lowly enough that at this distance their conversation is essentially private. We're all drunks. All of us. All families, all kinds. Every time you walk into a bar, pretty much anybody in here could kill you at any moment. That guy over there, probably the guy next to him, I'm not so sure. Hell, probably the bartender. Last place you want to start shit is a bar. But, if you're lucky, and you keep your eyes open, people say all kinds of dumb things.
Interesting.
Now that one, and he points out Benny in a not that subtle way. That one I know. There are people you can hit, and there are people you can't hit, and I'm going to make a call on this and say that's a guy you can't hit. You're going to wanna.
Natalia's gonna check around for Bentley and just gonna call her mouth. Oh my god! It's him!
So,
Yeah.
so you see fine. So Natalia sees fine ass Bentley, and next to him is just average ass Julian.
Yeah,
Who looks like
he has a look on his face that's like he's still kind of miles away, like, huh? And he'll just kind of he's been looking around, and he'll kind of look and notice Natalia, and it's like it's coming back. He knows that face. Oh, she's so cute and little. Where has he seen her? Especially since that is where this all started, was that scene. So he kind of looks over at her and he's like, I know that girl too. He'll get up and he'll walk over to her.
Seen us.
like as Bentley gets up, Julian's like shit, fuck, shit, okay.
Yeah, he'll kind of walk over to Natalia, and he'll kind of look down at her from his fucking, like, 6 foot tallness. And he'll say, "We've met before, haven't we?"
Yeah, you were at party.
He'll hold his hand out politely.
She'll go for it. Natalia.
He'll think hard for a second, and he'll say, "Bentley." Julian's aware of the fact that he just almost gave his mortal name away.
Oh, buddy.
She'll nibble on her bottom lip a bit as she's looking at Bentley and just get completely flustered again. It's like,
Julian, that was a perception empathy on Natalia. Julian just sits there, notices this, and he's just like, oh my god. Didn't actually say anything. Keep going.
He'll just kind of watch Natalia closely, like he's trying to click back into place where he knows her from and what the circumstances around it were. And he remembers that he likes it when she nibbles her lip, but it's just kind of one of those like, huh, I know I've seen you before.
yeah.
Hey, man, your drink looks empty. You want another one?
Yeah, sure.
Sure, let me get you.
I know that gentleman over there. He'll kind of point at, not pointing like I was like, ah, but like that dude over there, Olaf. He's like, I know that gentleman over there.
Yeah, sure, maybe a drink will help jog your memory a little bit. Goes and gets a beer.
Isn't it the other way around? Okay, sure.
Trust me, you're good.
Okay, I trust
Like,
you.
here's your drink, bud.
I don't know why, but
Pointing
I'll
glamour.
drink it. I don't think she's trying to really click back into place. His temp glamour is starting to go past his temp banality is going past his glamour, so.
Just saying,
No.
she's just gonna keep smacking you with it until you wake up.
It's gonna take about 3 more points to wake him up, because now I would put it directly into his glamour. So, but he'll say you and Olaf were at the party. Why don't we go sit with him? If he wants us to.
I don't see too much of an issue with that. Seems like an alright guy.
He'll hold his hand out to Natalia politely.
She'd actually be sitting next to Olaf.
Oh, she's with Olaf? Well, then
Yeah. Yeah, like she's underage. She can't be there with that.
Reverse that shit! Yeah.
See, this is why you have an Emma
smile
with
at
you.
Olaf politely. Here's the deal, Olaf. Bentley looks like you've never seen him. You've seen him a few times, and he doesn't look quite like you've seen him before. There's definitely something possibly wrong with him. He seems very. Normally, he kind of almost has, like I said, this kind of happy kind of haze around him, and right now he just seems so much more just kind of like, huh? Like he doesn't. Almost like he's depressed or something.
Olaf just kind of eyeballs Bentley for a minute. Hello there, Bentley.
Hi, Olaf. From Two Harbors.
All right there, buddy? You had a few too many?
No. I haven't. Just tired.
It probably won't do you no good to be drinking yourself sleepy at a bar, eh?
My friend Julian taught me this one. Do you mind if we sit down with you?
Oh yeah, go right ahead.
Yeah. He'll kind of look at Liz, and he'll give her a polite smile.
Not there yet.
Oh, she's not there yet?
Yeah, this isn't there yet.
Ah. Okay. Oh, it was you. He walked in.
Yeah.
God dang. See, I'm tired, guys.
Wrong tiny
I'm
person.
just as bad as Bentley is, apparently.
Natalia's just gonna nod quickly. It's like Bentley's just too gorgeous for her.
Yeah, he'll kind of watch her, like, curiously. He'll kind of lean over at Julian and kind of, like, softly say to him, why does she keep, he'll kind of nod his head at Natalia, like, but discreetly, like, what? What do? Why is she staring at me?
I'm not sure. Maybe she just worked with you in a show or something.
Meanwhile, Olaf just kind of looks at Natalia and is like, "You, young lady, probably need yourself a cold shower."
She just chortles a bit. Like, yeah, maybe.
He'll kind of lean over at Julian, like, very softly, and kind of say, is this one of those times where you do or don't tell somebody you're in an open relationship? Just kind of softly.
Wait, you're in an open relationship?
You just said it a little lower, you know? He'll kind of look at him.
Meanwhile, Olaf, like, at least probably catches what Julian said. Without much difficulty, just looks at Natalia and just says, without any context, she'll kill you. I'll watch.
What?
Well, there's open.
He's getting the sense that Bentley's
there's-
Pukai's is starting
What
to
do you
slip
think
back
is
in.
No.
open?
I actually didn't hear you, bro. What did you say?
Oh, he looked at Natalia when Julian kind of echoed back, "You're in an open relationship?" and looked at Natalia and just said, without any sort of context, she'll kill you, and I'll watch.
And she'll just nod and try to get her rage to go down. Let's make a.
Oh, actually,
well-
no. I don't know if the. No. It's halved. It's halved, rounded down. Bentley's okay. Pastor is definitely okay.
Let's
No, but,
try. Let's see.
Yeah, Julian's aware of the fact that Bentley's Pukai's is starting to slip back in. Him and Ren aren't in an open relationship. So that's good. It means that the glamour's starting to work on him.
Oh, actually, bro, I don't think I have your number. Seemed pretty cool. You mind if I grab it?
Is he asking Olaf?
I'm sorry. He's asking Bentley right now. He's kind of
Okay.
disregarding the three other people at the table right now.
He'll take
Still two.
take a pencil and paper and he'll write it down.
No. Just put it in my phone. Just put it in my phone.
Your phone? Okay, he'll take his phone.
Glamour into the phone.
Oh my god! He's like, you already have my phone. Oh, right! He's like,
And as
oh,
the pretty man
right!
is freaking out, Liz wanders in.
Wow, what happened? He'll look at Julian like, what happened?
I'm not sure, bud. Those drinks must be catching up with you.
He'll just not slam his head on the table, but drop his head at the table like, oh my god. Okay, I'm fine now. He'll smile.
Sweet.
No, well, I'm a little still, yeah, I gotta be careful.
Don't worry, I'll get you later.
Okay. He'll hold his hand up for a fist bump.
Comes the fist.
Natalia's gonna take a deep breath and try to get a semi-meditative state to calm herself down. Let's make a meditation roll on a lower difficulty. Just a standard 6 with a lower 2. Yeah, she's able to focus on her drink very well.
So Liz wanders over to the group.
Olaf finally pockets the smartphone that he's been dicking with under the table, and like it was blatant. He was doing that thing where you know the person's texting under the table. You just look at him. Only like young kids who've got their first smartphone think they're being slick doing that shit. Anyone else who looks at him knows he's taking with the smartphone. And looks up at Liz. Oh, hello there! And he gets up. He gets all the way up to go like the 2 steps it takes to get to Liz, and not only hugs her but picks her up with their 1 foot size difference.
She'll giggle and squeak and kind of hold on to him. Hey, the ground is my friend.
He puts her back on the ground. Well, I want you to meet some people here. This one's Natalia, a real close family friend. This is Bentley. He's Bentley. And this one I've met, but I don't think I remember your name there.
Julian.
That's Julian.
Oh, Fireball whiskey's bad for you. Julian.
Oh yeah, you were there that night.
Yeah.
I remember you.
As his eye kind of just seems like it's reflexively twitching. Like, oh, buddy.
And I think I met you, Natalia, yeah, I met you too. Another time at a different bar.
Yeah, we
Oh no, was it ice cream?
ice cream, I think.
Ice cream. Oh, I love ice cream.
Olaf kind of eyeballs the booth situation, trying to determine things like space and reasoning, and eventually gives up and drags over a chair so he can sit on the end of the table.
And she actually just sits on his lap.
Defeating the purpose.
Yep.
Yeah, Julian's just kind of sitting there. Oh, see everyone, Julian has a ready to action.
Mm-hmm. Ditto.
Like,
Already. Fuck y'all. He'll lean his he kind of leans his head against Julian's shoulder, like, I'm tired. Done with life right now.
you want to go home?
No. With you?
Yeah, it's really up to you.
And then Olaf looks at Bentley, and once again, she'll kill you, and I'll watch.
It's not like that. Oh my god. We only slept together once.
And now I can't unknow that. I learn many things every day I can't
I didn't
unknow.
mean her, I meant him. It was kind of pointed at Julian.
Yeah,
Still
no,
can't
that-
unknow that. Still can't unknow that.
Actually, you can see Julian actually smiling really big.
She
Almost.
hops off of Olaf's lap and leans into Bentley.
He'll lean forward a little bit.
Are you stoned?
No. No. No.
Maybe you should be. And then she sits
Furry?
down at the empty spot on the booth.
Furry, I'm furry. But I'm not stoned.
It's okay.
Oh.
As Astrea in the chimerical reality is petting him now.
Oh! He's like, happy bunny! Yeah, he just lays like he lays his head back down on the table like, oh my god. No, I'm not stoned. I've had an unbelievably hard day today. And I'm to the point where I'm just like, fuck it all. Fuck it all.
You want a coffee?
Do I want what?
Coffee?
There is no world in which I should be given coffee right now. I'm fairly certain Olaf would skin me. But thank you. I appreciate the thought so much.
Quite a real agreeable sort of guy.
Me?
Olaf, his Diet Coke is in one hand, and his face is in the other. The Olaf face palm is upon us.
Oh, I'm sorry, Julian's just still
Alright,
smiling. He just looks so happy right now.
You kind of look over his shoulder at him. He's like, "Why is you so smiling?"
Yeah, because I found you, and it was a long day.
Oh, apparently everybody's been looking for me. I just spent 2 days in my house doing nothing, as I understand it. Rin pushed me out the door and was like, "Go do something, anything that doesn't involve these 4 walls." And I was like, "Fine, I will." So I came here. Didn't I call you?
I'm not sure. It's been a crazy couple of days for me.
I got my phone taken away
By who?
by Rin.
Why'd she do that? Yeah, at this point the smile's gone, and like Julian asked Rhea, they're just like, why did she do that?
Because I wasn't talking anyway. Seriously, I spent like 2 days not talking at all.
Okay.
Like one teeny bit. And my boss called, and then he called again, and then he called again, and then he called again. And then they really called.
After we're done here, I think I may have to talk to you about stuff.
Stuff and junk.
Yeah.
It's about me tying people up.
What? No.
Eyebrows raised.
I'll kind of look over at Liz. What?
Tying people up?
I practice shibari.
Hey, some people get into some weird shit.
That's,
Soon you learn. Drinks the beer.
Have you ever heard of
Yeah.
shibari?
no.
It
Do I
is a,
need to?
he'll look at Natalia and he's like, "Have you ever heard of shibari?"
I will make a rule for this.
Okay. I'm going to reiterate this one. She'll kill us all. And I won't be able to watch because I will be dead for letting it happen.
I don't think she'll get mad if I explain what shibari is. Now, if I tried to perform shibari on every female here, she'd probably be severely and squarely disappointed in me.
Yeah, and he might hurt you, pointing to Olaf.
I don't think he'd hurt me for it much. But shibari is a form of Japanese rope art. You use it to tie people up elegantly and intricately.
Is it a kinky thing?
Oh, yeah.
Only to those who make it so. Some people, it's a kink thing. To some people, it's an art form and a form of expression.
She
I follow.
side-eyes Olaf.
Huh?
She side-eyes Olaf with a very confused look.
Olaf is experiencing an existential crisis. He doesn't know how to triple facepalm.
She
I
offers
don't-
a hand.
Don't worry,
I
spend some more.
I
Spend
don't-
some more time about Emmett. You'll learn how.
I don't personally use it for kink or pleasure. I use it for meditation and as an art form.
Meanwhile,
Natalia's leaning against her hand while she looks like she's being thoughtful.
she's dying, isn't she?
I wonder if Ren is using those in public.
No, I don't I don't share it with her. It's something that doesn't really interest her, and I respect that.
So, the weather's great today, isn't it?
Yes, it is quite good. I like weather. I especially like it when it does not rain. It did not rain today, and that is good.
Yeah, the weather's fine. Anyway, Shibari.
It's Liz's turn to face palm.
My character gets a look on his face, his brows go up a little bit, and then he tilts his head, and then he'll kind of look at Julian.
And now Olaf is also looking at Julian. You can like you can P&E me.
Does he look salty? I want to know if he looks salty at least.
It's not even like it's not salt the way you understand it. He's like giving Julian this look like fucking control him like anything.
I'm sorry, at this point, yeah, no, Julian's way past that.
Natalia's just gonna tickle Olaf by his side. You look so scrambled.
Well, I'm finding that seems to be my job in life.
Looks like someone's not used to these.
Except with you, dear. Except with you. And he just gives Liz a pat on the shoulder.
She just sort of looks at him and blinks a couple times, and then looks back at the group. Yeah. I can't offer a witty comment about sports because I don't sport, but, hi. How's everyone's day?
Well, I would say today was pretty good. Like I said, it didn't rain, so I was able to ride my bike pretty much as I wanted to without getting soaking wet for a change. And then I didn't quite stop by the pork bun stand, but I did try a new noodle shop. They basically replaced the old noodle shop, but these noodles are better. And that was good. And other than that, I would say I had a very satisfying steak today. Yes, it's a good steak. Oh, he's totally stroking his beard while he just goes over all these inane details.
That is a glorious beard Olaf has in his overlay. He's stroking that glorious beard. Meanwhile, clean-shaven ass Julian and shit has nothing to really stroke.
I was listening to this podcast of zombie survival.
Zombie survival?
Yeah, it's called We're Alive.
I have the zombie survival guide. Have you read that yet?
Which one?
Max Brooks?
I don't think so.
Oh,
I've seen the little one with a lot of weird. There's like. Let's see, what were there? There were zombies, there were vampires, there were werewolves, then there were ghosts, all this struggle bullshit.
Were you reading a Von Richten's guide?
I don't remember the name, but it was like a little booklet.
I think you were totally reading a Von Richten's guide. I have those at home. You should come over, I'll show them to you one day.
Right.
Well, Natalia, next time I see you, I'll bring it with me. It's like green, the book, and it's got a shotgun and a machete on the cover. And it's the same guy that wrote the World War Z books.
Ah,
Speaking
They
of
no,
make
I haven't seen
horrible
that.
movies.
Liz,
Mel,
did you
that's Mel Brooks'
finish your homework?
Huh? What, babe?
Did you finish that homework you were putting off earlier?
Yeah, I did.
Good. What's important?
School's important.
That's exactly right. And then he gives her like this kind of jokingly patronizing pat on the head.
So wait, are you an item now?
Yes. Yes, we are.
Sweet. So Natalia's gonna turn to Liz. So has he carried around? Has he carried you around in the princess carriage?
No, not yet.
You should totally do that. Just run up to him and jump into his arms. It's going to be great. Remember to put your cameras in automatic.
Alright,
Then
I'll-
maybe you can selfie it and Instagram while you're at it.
don't hate on Instagram.
Hmm.
Instagram's fun.
And he's good.
I'll smile. Have Instagram.
We did jump off the swing set, though. That was fun.
Oh, that was a lot of fun. Just going up in the air like that. I don't think I've done that willingly ever before that.
And I didn't fall. It was great.
And you
I do that
didn't
a lot.
fall. Nah.
It's okay, I'm close to the ground. It's not a far fall.
She says, sitting next to Natalia.
Wait, how tall is Natalia?
She got the short flop.
4'6" or something.
I've got 5 inches on you. I feel tall. You're gonna be my best.
Right now.
Hey, cheater.
Oh.
Guess I have to get some heals then.
Definitely.
I tried
Olaf
healed.
Kind of just
quickly abandoned the idea of Natalia and heels and just looks at Julian. So, what I know what he does for work, and I know what Liz does. What do you do, Julian?
I work at a library. Anyway, Natalia, I know of this really nice place where you can get some awesome heels at a very nice price. As Astrea finally gets to come out a little bit and start detailing a couple of places.
He'll kind of look at her like, those are stripper heels.
Wait, what?
Those are stripper heels. That store sells stripper heels.
Well, I don't get the stripper heels. Covers his mouth.
Mm. Yeah, I'm sure you. Okay.
What kind of library do you work
You know
at?
In the,
those
in the
with
chimerical reality, Astrea is like,
suicide platform and like that, and with the spike, yeah. When you put a goldfish in it.
yeah.
Why would you do that to a goldfish?
Oh no, the clear heels. Ugh.
Someone seen some Chris Rock?
Ugh. Olaf's
He'll
been
kind
a
of
biker.
look over at Natalia, and he's like, "You shouldn't get heels. I think you are absolutely perfect just the way you are."
Flats also kick ass.
Natalia, I'm putting a flat ban on clear heels forever.
No.
Don't pass out, Natalia. Okay, out of game. Don't pass out. Like,
Yeah, no. Like-
Natalia's just gonna blush up again and bite down to her bottom lip. After being told that she looks good as the way she is.
perfect, even. Here, I'll even make a roll for you. I'll make a so he comes across as sincere. Here.
Watch this botch. Watch this botch.
I can't botch this, bitch.
Oh, Kith Merritt, Kith Boone.
Good merit, sir. Hello. How you doing? Oh, look at all them successes. Look at that, girl. And I think that would actually count for, the 10 would count for 2. Because my specialty is endearing.
I'd give that to you.
Mm-hmm. So there you go. He just told you were perfect and looked absolutely charming doing it. Have fun with that, honey.
Yeah, while she's biting down, it's like her cheeks lift up in a smile and with a lot of dimples.
Oh.
Liz
She
lights up and looks at her. Oh my god, she's the cutest thing I've ever seen.
She really is. Julian says as he smiles, "Oh, see, I think Astria found a new pet."
Man, we're gonna fight for that one. Fight for that pet. Oh, I'll kill you.
She's poking Olaf in the ribs. She's so cute. Oh my god, I want to feed her cookies and put her in my pocket.
Oh boy. Oh geez. Well, we can probably negotiate any sort of bucket collection of, well, Natalia over there at a later time. I'm not so sure how Natalia feels about being in buckets, but we can look into that.
Remind me.
Natalia's just gonna bury her face into her hands. Well, like usually she's so confident and all, but against Bentley, it's just she's so broken.
Remind me something, Julian. Changelings can take prodigals as dreamers, right?
Oh, see, yes.
Okay, good.
Certain ones. Actually, no. Even vampires have been used as dreamers.
He's starting to get that look in his eye that he's considering her for a dreamer. Look in his eye.
Snaps over. Smiles.
Ooh, we gonna get so much glamour later. We gonna get so much glamour later.
Thanks, anyone?
Well, I've got my Diet Coke, and Natalia's got her Coke. I don't think you got nothing yet. Is something you want to get?
I might get a drink, Mr. Bentley.
Hmm?
Beverage,
Choose
mojito.
Huh?
Would you like a drink?
He has a beer and he'll kind of swig it like he does like that. Says, fine.
Julian, anyone?
Drinks his beer and he's like, "I'm good. I'm not in the mood for Death on the Vine tonight."
Okay.
Natalia's gonna lift up the empty drinking glass, like while still burying her face to the table. I could use a refill.
A little thirsty? Drinks.
She bounces away giggling.
And there goes my girlfriend. Away with drinks.
He'll wave at her. Bye, girlfriend. Don't be long. He'll turn and he'll look at Natalia, and he'll say, he'll actually not say anything, and he'll, on a piece of paper, he'll write something down, and he'll pass it to her.
She will reach out with her index finger and slowly throw it down under her face. and lift her head just a bit to read it up.
Okay, I'll send it to you on Facebook what it says.
Okay.
Okay, sweet. Natalia's not enchanted.
No, but Bentley's infamous for not enchanting people without their permission. Doesn't consider it right.
She bounces back to the table and slides a glass to Natalia. It looks like Coke.
She's gonna sigh in relief and take the Coke. Like, thanks so much.
She leans into Natalia's ear and whispers, "There's a little bit of rum in it."
She's gonna look at it and then whisper back to Liz, but I'm underage.
Oh, me too. Just drink it.
How did you?
Fuck it, don't worry about it. I'm underage too. Just don't ask questions.
I'm 33.
Everyone
I
at this
can't
table is underage.
Except,
I am only 20.
I'm not.
Somebody over there.
I'm overage. Just not by much. Only 12 years. That's all.
Alright. Drinks.
Natalia's gonna read up the rest of the note and then quickly crumple it up in her hand and then drink the Coke with rum. Just sip it a little by little.
So, where are you from, Natalia? You have a very light accent.
Quebec. I think I told you before.
Oh yeah, you did. I'm sorry. Oh, and I spoke French to you. That's right.
Yeah.
Didn't I? What did I say?
I wasn't really listening.
Yeah, you were distracted, weren't you?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's the thing that people always say when they say they know French. Voulez-vous coucher avec moi? This soir. I think that's like it. I know so much more French than that. I think that's like the second language I learned. I think English is like my third language.
So what's your first language then?
Creole.
Uh,
And then my second is French, and then my third is English. And then my fourth is bad English. And my fifth is probably drunk English.
So, are you from? Where is that place?
New Orleans? Yes, I am from New Orleans. Not Orleans, France. That's kind of far. No, I'm from New Orleans, yes. Born and raised.
So, were you there when the hurricane happened?
Hell not. I was. It was quite the experience. It was very hard. Most people don't realize how hard it was. They didn't expect it to be as bad as it was. If the levees had held out, it may have not been as bad. But the way that the storm passed through, there was a lot of flooding. New Orleans is quite a bit below sea level, and it's between a river and a very large lake. And it was the lake wall to Lake Pontchartrain that breached. And there was a very large storm surge in the lake. So when the flooding happened in the lower Ninth Ward, which is one of the worst areas of town, the infrastructure, there are areas where homes that were in the area where the levee broke literally were lifted off their foundations and moved and deposited. And actually, I have a tattoo. He'll kind of pull up his he'll kind of pull up his sleeve. He's wearing like a short sleeve shirt, and she sees like kind of a crudely drawn like X basically that has like numbers and markings. And he'll point at it and he says, "When I'm sorry, actually, it's on his wrist. I'm sorry, it's on his bicep. He has something else like that. It's on his wrist." He'll point at it and he'll say, when they begin to do the relief efforts and the recovery, when they would go to the houses, they'd spray paint these X's on the door, and it would say how many were dead in the house, or if there were pets, how many were alive, things like that. The number, he'll point to the number on his tattoo and he'll say, "That is the number of people who were reported dead in Hurricane Katrina. I just chose to get that to symbolize the event." But me and my family, we did okay. He'll take a deep breath and he'll say, "We ended up being safe for most of the storm. We lived in the Garden District. It hit hard, but the flooding wasn't quite as bad. That's one of the highest areas of town. So, but afterwards there was a lot of crime and looting, and there wasn't enough food. There certainly wasn't enough water. And we were all shocked. Everyone expected the way that you live in New Orleans and the way life is in New Orleans is that at any moment things could end. You could die, and you're only promised today. And so therefore, live it as large as you can and as beautiful as you can, because you're only promised today. Who knows what tomorrow brings? We're so used to living like that when it actually happened, when something happened so serious and so strong that so many people didn't have their next day, we were almost lost. But in the end, Nola always rises, and the bars open back up and the restaurants, through their shutters, open again, and life began to return to the city. Domalices opened, the quarter, people began to laugh and drink, find solidarity in the community, and things became beautiful again. And he'll smile.
Wow.
He'll take a sip of his beer.
Well, that was intensely depressing.
Oh? How?
Well, that slow description of the destruction and liquidation of a population by, I guess what you'd call one of the Maxagods there. Kind of a nice ending, but if you actually think about it, we'll say 30 seconds, it was not great.
I think it shows the force of the human spirit. And no matter how badly an act of God or nature or whatever you call it should befall people, in the end, they'll always rebuild. They'll always pick up the pieces, pull themselves together, and go one more day. Just one more day. Just move forward. It's okay. That's what the attitude was. I think although the act itself was very depressing, the spirit that followed after is priceless. Guess it's just what you choose to focus on. We didn't focus on the bad at the time because it would pass and heal. Leave us back to the frenetic state we're usually in down there.
So, when did you move to New York?
I think about, about 2 months ago now. I was in a relationship that wasn't that healthy for me. And I just realized that to really start living, I had to get away. I had to leave the person I was with. So I picked up and moved.
Spuntley talks about that. Julian intentionally takes a long drink.
I didn't. I'm gonna just shake his head and take a sip, and he says, "I didn't think to end up where I am. When I came up here, I wasn't expecting to find the I walked away from something so broken and so little that I didn't expect to find so much here. I found a home. I found someone that I love, a good, secure job. I found friends who care about me. I'll kind of squeeze Julian's shoulder. It's rather shocking, but I found that I'm quite okay with where I am in my life, and I didn't expect that. I'm gonna kind of give Natalia a smile.
Mm.
What about you? How long have you been here?
Oh, I arrived the day we met before. So it's been 6 days? A little less than a week. So yeah, been going around with a friend I live with.
Are you enjoying it?
The people here are very interesting. There's so many different kinds, yeah.
I'm still adjusting a little bit to the culture change, but it's not as bad as I thought it would be.
Very
There's a
busy.
lot of holdover.
Well, I'm still not sure what I'm gonna do here in the long term.
What do you want to do?
I know I'm never actually had a job before. I'm not sure what I'm good at.
Do you like the theater? Or do you even care?
I guess I'm not much of an actor myself.
No, but I mean, the reason is I work as a stagehand, but I'm pretty good terms with my boss, and I can always see if he can find a job for you in the theater. It wouldn't probably, I mean, you'd have to audition if you wanted to do stage, but it's pretty hard to get on Broadway. But, I mean, there's other stuff to do. I mean, there's There's sound, there's
Well,
lighting, there's backstage. I mean, there's a ton of stuff you
I'm
need a
pretty
job.
good with my hands. I can, well, my grandpa taught me carving.
Oh, wow. Okay, if you can do that, then the art department would probably want you.
That might work, yes.
So yeah, if you want, I can talk to my boss, see if he can arrange something for you. If even not in the Gershwin, one of the other theaters, he's got connections with the other theaters, so he can probably put you in somewhere there. And I mean, it's good hours. I mean, it's not too restrictive. And honestly, if you miss a day or two here or there, I mean, it's theater folk. They understand, you know. I've had to skip a day or two.
Hmm. Well, I don't think I should say no if you're gonna,
I mean,
if
you
you want to help me out.
you can say no. I mean,
I can a lot.
it's a
Yeah.
ability, but I might cry.
What?
His lip bubbles out, and he kind of like pouts, and one little tear comes rolling down his eye. He sniffs.
Uh, she just flushes up again. hides her face, looking away from him. It's like, no, no, don't do that. She'll just take a napkin and just throw it at his face.
Smile at her, and he'll wipe the tear away like playfully.
Fine, I'll give it a shot. Though, maybe next week.
Up to you.
Yeah. I have to meet up with a friend to prepare myself.
It sounds so final, like just to point it out.
Well, I don't want to look bad at it. I haven't done it in a while, you know?
What? His brows go up.
You know, carving big things.
Oh, he'll probably find something else for you to do other than that. And I swear half of all of the first week is getting muffins and coffee.
Okay. Yeah.
Whatever, they'll find something to fit your task. But that's if you want a job. I mean, just if you don't, then don't worry about it. But if you do, then there you go. I'm willing to talk to my friend for you.
Yeah, I think I want to try it out. Like
Sure.
at least part time.
No promises, but I mean, I definitely try for you.
Yeah.
Like a real warm smile.
Um, she'll try to calm the rapid heartbeat she's getting while Bentley's smiling at her. Taking a deep breath.
He goes quiet. He'll smile at her politely, and then he'll basically just kind of go back to drinking his beer.
What you reading?
Yeah, book on learning Arabic, and a abridged guide to the history of the Middle East, medieval edition.
Planning a trip?
I read.
Nah,
So is that your hobby, reading old books and foreign languages?
it's not a foreign language. Well, except the Arabic book.
The
So
Arabic
learning Arabic.
part. Yeah.
But no, I just like reading.
Oh, okay. Books are fun. I like books.
Only the best.
She literally pulls like 3 or 4 books out of her bag. Yep.
I finished that book you gave me the other day.
I'm sorry, who are you talking to?
You! I'm talking to you.
Okay.
Yeah, he's like, I finished that book you gave me the other day.
Nice. What'd you think?
I hated it.
Oh well.
First sentence to last, hated the whole damn thing. Read it twice. Just to hate on it
Alright.
twice. And then I got mad because it was spoiled for me the second time. I already knew everything was going to happen.
Yeah, that's
It was
unfortunate.
wonderful. He smiles. It was wonderful. Now I
What you got over
understand
there?
what you mean by anti-hero.
Huh?
What you got with those books?
This one is a photography manual for some nature photography that I'm working on. This one is a book on Norse mythology for one of my classes. And this one is The Hobbit, because it's a great book and I've read it like 14 times. And
Olaf
this one,
perks up at the Norse mythology part. This is a thing he knows.
Yeah, Julian perks up a little bit too.
and this one is a book on Celtic mythology, just because it looks kind of cool.
Bentley will pull his bag over, and he'll fish through it, and he'll pull out Their Eyes Were Watching God, and he'll put that down. And he'll put down City of Thieves, and he'll put down Flowers for Algernon, and he puts down The Lord of the Rings,
Yay!
and smile at her. And then he'll put down Stranger Than Fiction. And then on top of that, he puts down a composition notebook. And he says, that one is my own book, which I am writing.
That's a lot of books.
I have
No.
one at home.
Yeah.
I mean, to carry around.
It's because I read all of them at once.
Julian smiles.
But I don't write my book while reading the others. That would be really, really bad for the flow of my book. It's called 18 Sins. It's either going to get really popular or make me extremely unpopular. Watch, Julian. I'm telling you now. But look at Julian.
Wait, what? That sounds like the titles of those books, that the older ladies like to buy to get all hot and bothered when they go through the supermarket.
That's very much not what it's about. At all.
You're gonna confuse those old ladies then.
You read it if they want. The book is about deprivation. Or not that, I'm sorry. Depravity. It's about 18 different short stories involving different acts of depravity and sin and vice and things of that nature. And from the insider's perspective, when I was in, I don't normally talk about this too deeply. I'll kind of address it lightly, but I was raised and lived in a mental institution for most of my life. And in the hospital, I saw a lot of different types of people. And most of them were there for what some would deem or was criminal behavior. And in living around them, I got to see the psychology behind the reasons they did things that society would deem as, I guess, immoral or just different things. And so the stories that I'm writing and compiling into 18 different stories is from the perspective of the person committing the depraved acts. And it's not justifying them or putting the weight of negativity on them, just more kind of simply addressing why people do certain things that are considered highly immoral in our society because of their dysfunction, you know?
Can you give us an example?
One of them is a story of a man who abused his wife physically. He was very physically abusive to her, and he was but it's not much more complicated than that. He was very physically abusive to her, and he ended up killing her. But it was considered an act of insanity by the way that it happened. He said that he was very afraid that he would be abandoned. His mother walked out on his father when he was very young, and his father turned to alcohol and drug use and depression and committed suicide in front of him. And because of that, it left a very deep fear of abandonment in him, and he was afraid that and also it left a very deep anger in him. His mother was very abusive to his father, and he turned into a cycle of perpetuating abuse, and so he himself came to fear and at the same time loathe his significant other. He feared her because he didn't want to lose her or for anything to happen to her. He needed the love and attention and care that she showed him, but he also feared the control it had over him, and so therefore he lashed out in the only way he knew, which was to harm her. It makes very little sense to a functioning mind, of course, but I guess to someone who feels the sorts of things that he did, it makes sense.
Interesting.
I think I just want for society to stop villainizing and demonizing people. People aren't characters in some book. They're not tropes or people do things for a reason. Even the truly insane have motivation and reason for why they do those things. And if you can address those reasons and see and think and feel, put yourself into the mind of why someone like Ted Kaczynski blows up a building, or why people decide that their beliefs are greater than other people's, and to the point that they'll die for it, then maybe we can understand humanity a little better and work to fix it, instead of demonizing people and treating, say, okay, that's one I can think of. And He'll hold a hand up and he'll say, I'm going to just put this on the table right now. I don't condone, justify, or in any way, shape, or form think that this subject is okay. But pedophilia. Pedophilia is not okay. And harming an innocent child for your own pleasure is wrong. But there is a dysfunction that's causing a person to engage in those acts. There is something mentally wrong with them. And it's something that, if addressed, could be fixed. It could be helped and worked on. There was a very famous, I can't remember where it was, but there was a famous campaign that was held in a city where it basically put up signs saying, if you wish to harm a child or you have these thoughts, please contact us. We won't arrest you. We won't do anything to you. We'll help you. And several people stepped forward and called and got help, and the success rate was enormous. But the community
Spending
shut
on
it
willpower.
down. The community shut it down so fast because of the stigmata that was associated with the subject that those people couldn't get help. Because they can't get help, then they're going to turn and possibly act on their very dysfunctional feelings. And the people who pay at that point are the victims. So instead of addressing the issue like adults, and instead of going, all right, we understand you have a problem, now let's fix it, it's easier for us to demonize people and to write them off and to take action against them, which only harms the victims. And it's in part because of our inability to think, to really look at people and to understand them. To understand that people are people, even if you don't like what they do. It's still a person.
At that
Let's
point,
get a sip of his beer.
kind of sneezes, and the force of her sneeze knocks her soda all over her lap.
For those of you that did succeed on the peony, Olaf, somewhere in the middle there, was so apoplectic with rage that like all of the normal people that were once anywhere near them have just cleared the fuck out. And he sees Liz spill and goes, oh no, oh jeez, perhaps, oh, we should get you new clothes that are not covered in things. Yes.
Yeah, I got some of my books to take care of that. She holds up the soggy copy of The Hobbit and kind of pouts a little bit.
Oh no. Oh, I'll have to give you a new copy of that.
Well, I have 3 more.
Are you sure, Olaf, that you just don't want to see her without the clothes on? And she's just gonna smirk to Olaf.
Yeah, that does run through Olaf's mind. He considers it. Huh.
Sheesh. Sorry, I'm back.
Well, And now he's had time
I'll look
to
at Olaf and I'll
refocus.
say, does it make you uncomfortable? Does it make you angry? Because you know what?
He's like making noises, like gurgling noises through his beard.
Because frankly, it should.
That I can't properly communicate.
It should make you angry. It should make you upset. But the problem is it's so easy to distract ourselves from the problem that, as I said, the victims remain victims.
All right, fuck this, and he just starts leaving.
All right, y'all ignore that roll up there. What's going on?
uh, we got lucky because I went out and said that I spent the willpower point to avoid, a straight out frenzy. And then I rolled one of my famous rage rolls where just like 4 out of 5 successes.
Well, why do you roll rage?
Um, the subject that was just on the table for conversation is one that even if he weren't like a Get of Fenris, in the culture he comes from, is a pretty rage and violence inducing topic.
Was it the pedophilia topic or was it something else?
Yeah.
It was directly the pedophilia. In American motorcycle culture, that is a real quick way to, like anything endangering children, is a severely quick way to see violence erupt.
Okay. Julian still has a ready to action.
Well, when tall, dark, and Nordic wanders away, when he scurries afterwards.
Got anything for me to tell you?
So what's going on, guys? Like, are we doing anything?
Olaf has stormed off without punching a table this time. He learned his lesson about table punching. When Emmett Rios says we don't punch furniture, we don't punch furniture.
Now he's learning.
But essentially what had happened while you were away was, as the topic wore on, I mean, if you've ever seen someone so angry they can only make like fish gurgling noises, he had essentially gotten there. And the only thing that had momentarily distracted him was Liz spilling a drink on one of her books. So it was one of those things where a person's angry enough that when something other than their focus happens, they get confused for a second, but when it comes back, like they realize why they're mad. So Olaf has stormed off. Liz followed. I don't know what Natalia's doing.
Natalia's just gonna watch as the other two rush away. Then she's slowly gonna look back to Bentley and Julian and start continue drinking her cola with rum.
You don't need to make sure they're okay?
He's older than me.
Age ain't nothing but a number. Which is really bad. Like, Julian even kind of looks up and is like, damn, that was way too perfect in the worst ways.
Yeah, Bentley just kind of turns and looks at him like, really?
Shut up.
Really? 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 You know what? If Josh weren't just walking into the scene, I'd end it there.
Anyway, my place?
Yumi and Natalia?
Well, no offense to Natalia here, no offense to you. I'm sure you're a very nice girl. But there are some things I did want to talk to you about.
Oh, I want to show her something, but um, I'm kind of angry right now.
What's up? Well, why are you angry?
I just had my point reiterated to me, and I just not angry so much as I am annoyed. Not even Puka's. I kind of tilt his head kind of to the left and then to the right. If people can't open up a dialogue about this sort of thing, if they can't talk about it and address the issue, it's going to continue to be a problem. And I'm getting tired of having to justify it. I'm getting tired of people not being able to
Sit down and listen?
yeah, frankly. It's just people don't do there's no such thing as an evil person. That's lazy. That's bullshit. There's no evil in this world. There's no Prince Charming. There's no nothing like that.
And Natalia is just gonna smile. I know exactly what you mean.
And in order for these things to actually get fixed, in order for children to stop being victims, in order for people to stop being hurt, we have to fix the problem. But the problem isn't being addressed. Because people are lazy. It's easier, and again, that's my throat, sorry. It's easier to pin these things on some disembodied concept or idea like people being evil and boogeymen when they don't realize that, first off, half of the time, people perpetuate abuse. It's a cycle. People were abused, and so they abuse. If you can break, and you don't break that cycle of abuse by treating people like animals. Fuck, we treat people worse than animals. When an animal is bad, when a dog is ill-tempered, and a dog is vicious and bites people, do we say it's the dog's fault? Do we say that the dog is a bad dog? Or do we say, oh, well, it's just a measure of its upbringing. It just shows how it was raised. But we don't even afford that same respect to human beings. And we're supposed to think that there's some common decency left in this world? What happens when a child is beaten and harmed and hurt and told its entire life that it's worthless? By the way, you can do a P&E.
I totally have no empathy.
Huh?
I'm a bully. I don't have empathy.
Yeah, big bad wolf nature.
Yeah, Tim, this shit's ringing a little personal.
Fuck it, I'm switching overlays.
So yeah, he basically shakes his head and he just says, it's just not going to get better until people who are like Olaf, who actually could do something about it, and who could make a difference in this world, stop getting angry and start listening and start understanding that they're fighting against the wrong enemy. They're attacking the wrong thing. Instead of attacking the people and thinking that these people are bad, we need to look at society and understand that we are raising and breeding a society of predators and victims. Why do we teach our boys not to rape? Our girls are taught, cover yourselves. Don't talk to boys. Pay attention to your studies. Why aren't men taught to respect women? Why aren't men taught to respect people? Why aren't men taught that it's okay to tell people you're hurt or that there's something wrong and you need help? Why aren't girls taught it's not okay to accept a guy treating you like shit? That the bad boy image is bullshit. Why do we gender this shit in the first place, actually?
True fucking that.
I mean, you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. Ash.
But
I'm really, really tired of people getting angry at the wrong thing. I hate pedophilia, and I hate abuse, and I hate bestiality, and I hate all of these different sins in this world. But I don't hate the sinner. I don't hate the sinner. And in order to stamp out those concepts, in order to really make a dent, we're going to have to stop fighting the sinner and fight the sin. You know? I just don't think we're going to do it. I kind of put his arm, like his hand against his chin.
pets.
But I'll try. I'm from New Orleans. We always try.
All right, time to go home, buddy.
Okay. Natalia, you good? Give me a call later, okay?
Okay.
I mean, if you want to. Whatever.
Oh, she wants to.
He'll roll his eyes lightly, like kind of almost playfully. Everybody wants to, let's be honest. I'll just shake his head.
She'll take another napkin and throw it at Julian.
Hold on. See if he... Oh, yeah, he catches that shit. And just smiles.
Just... catch that shit. So, I think we can wrap it up there?
Yep.
Okay. Thank you, players, for playing, and thank you, watchers, for watching, and sorry the scene got pretty intense. Talk to you later. Bye.